All right, so who's left a bigger mark on you? Bob Dylan or Prince?
Oh boy, I can't remember words to either of their songs. I don't know.
That's a good point.
I can't. I mean, Dylan, I never covered Dylan because I would have to have a notebook and I never wanted to play with it. Van Morrison too, like a lot of words, like I don't know how people memorize. And Prince's stuff too, sometimes I could feel the vibe of the tune, but I wasn't always sure exactly like what did he say there exactly, Gosh, I'd say it's probably a tie. I mean, how can you not? I was just listening to Positively 4th Street yesterday for whatever weird reason. And like, there's no chorus to that tune, there really isn't a chorus. And like, there you go. Dylan gave himself permission to write a song with no chorus, essentially. And Prince, boy, he gave himself permission to do everything. I don't know that either of them influenced the way that I look at playing the guitar. Mm-hmm. And as a songwriter, I've never been as prolific as either of those guys. Mm-hmm. Like, I think of prolific songwriters like Peter Himmelman and mm-hmm. Bob Dylan and Prince. They write a ton of stuff. And I've always been a pretty harsh editor of my own stuff. So I've never cranked out that big of a volume of material.
Are you more attracted as a fan, as a listener, to artists with a larger editing system?
If there's one thing that I can say, I do tend to gravitate, if there's lyrics involved, Willie, I do tend to gravitate towards songwriters whose poetry, whose lyrical approach is less literal than it is interpretive. Like Ricky Lee Jones hits me that way. What does she mean by, Peter Gabriel too, they paint pictures with the words, but they don't tell you exactly what they want you to get from that song. This is not country, and no slam on country music. I love really literal, clever, wonderfully written, literal tunes, but I also enjoy poetry that lets me bring my life experience into the song itself. Mm-hmm. So I might not have lived that. I might not have had a pickup truck and a shotgun, but I can still live something in that song. Mm-hmm. And so Dylan definitely has got a lot of that ability to paint pictures and let your experience come into it. So maybe Dylan.